think of this weather, huh?
Good to be back, doing what I love to do. So can't complain.
How was your off season? We saw you posting some pictures. What did you go do?
Yeah, it was good. Had some due dates with my art that I had to really get after once we extended our season for as long as we could. It kind of made it a bit of a priority. I had to really get going there, but that was fun. And then went to Toronto because my wife's from Toronto. We went there for a couple days. And then just working out, enjoying time with my family, painting, playing video games, and then we went to Mexico for a week. So recharged and good to go.
Seems like you found the balance between the season and off season really well as your career progresses. How important is it for you to have that time off and to be able to do things outside of soccer?
I think it's very important. I mean, I've had one serious injury in my career, and I don't know why I had the injury, but it just so happened that this off season before that was the one I went after it the hardest. You know, I didn't take a break at all, and I think there's something to be said about just letting your body heal. You know, sleeping, relaxing, getting your mind healed as well. You know, it's very, very important because the season does take its toll, physically and mentally. And so it's important for you to get some vitamin D, get some love with your family, and just relax and get away from the game. I think it's paramount.
You know, a couple of years ago, after the 2018, you had said that you were just tired at the end of the year. Did winning MLS Cup kind of lessen that, or were you pretty beat at the end of last year too?
Last year was mentally was difficult. Physically was probably my best year. I think I played every single minute there was to be played. Had a couple of muscle tears that I was able to play through and minor injuries, but for the most part, physically, I think I was able to get through. And I think that was actually in part because our off season before that year was a bit longer. That really helped me come into the season healthy. And obviously with the playoff change now, even though we went all the way, I think this off season was a bit longer as well. So that's good. I think it's needed. And I kind of, like I said, through my experience, I think I know that I need to take full advantage of that time, and I try to do that.
There's some gaping holes at center back. So do you kind of look to get past those until there's some players signed?
We have quite a few players that are actually versatile, and I think we can move around. I think Gustav is one that could potentially slot in. There's a couple other ones that could too, but I know Garth has some things up his sleeve, and I'm sure he's looking at where we can improve the squad. I have full confidence in that, so we'll be all right. There's no makes no sense for me to worry about things that are out of my hand anyways. You know, I try to just survive today, not get injured. Same thing tomorrow, and slowly get your body used to taking the beating again, and falling over 200 times every day and getting back up. So those are the things that I can control, and that's what I'll focus on.
What's the general vibe with this team going into training today, coming be back together for the first time after winning and having kind of a longer off season as opposed to when you guys won it the first time because the playoff format was a little different? I
think we're excited to be back. Happy, obviously, to look back at last year and knowing that it could have had a better outcome. That's the best feeling ever. So with that in mind, I think we also can look back at 17 and how I think our start to that year was maybe not as good. So we certainly want to avoid that. And CONCACAF is difficult, but it's a huge opportunity. It's one that no MLS team has been able to conquer, and there's a chance. There's a massive chance there. So I think we're excited for that opportunity as well.
Did you get your second star tattoo?
I sure did, yeah.
When did you get that taken care of?
It's next to the first one, so hopefully I can add a couple more before I retire, but I'm happy to have the second one right now.
How much are you paying attention to what's going on with the CBA discussions?
Same thing there. I mean, it's I think the union and our representatives amongst our teams have done a really good job of educating the players, of sussing out what's important to the players, and now keeping them informed of what's going on. I think that's as far as I'll get invested in it, because again, I'm not the one at the negotiation table. I have full confidence in the people that are. If anybody is interested in learning more about it, I think The union has recently on their website put out a bit of an explanation of some stats and things like that, some quotes from players. I think it's done quite well to understand some of the intricacies of the league. I think there's a lot of obviously TAM, JAM, DP, whatever nonsense going on that is difficult for some people to understand. So please have a look if you're interested. I think that's valuable, but for me, I have full confidence in people that will handle it, and hopefully we can come to an arrangement or an agreement, because we're all pulling in the same direction. We want the sport to grow in this country or in North America. We've been growing it. I came into the league in '09, and the way it's grown is ridiculous. So I wanted to keep doing that, but I think there's some steps that can be taken to keep it going in the right direction.
How is it having another goalkeeper named Stefan, and you guys have to nickname him or something?
Just slowly trying to get rid of me. Next thing we'll have another Frei, and then that'll be the end of me now. No, excited to have him on board. I had the pleasure of actually working with him a couple of training sessions when I was in the All-Star selection in 17. I think it was in Chicago, and he came out to a couple of trainings, so I know that he's more than capable. Excited with the potential that he has as well, and also knowing what Tommy can do with goalkeepers, right? There's a lot of talent out there that maybe hasn't been guided as well as it could be, and I think Tommy does an exceptional job of getting the best out of all goalkeepers. So I'm excited to see how he fits into the team, how he develops, and how he makes our union stronger.